So now I'm going to select this one and let's move this to the side. So now we're going to create a cosmetic jar, which is very simple. So to do that, I'm going to add a cylinder. Let's press Shift A to add a cylinder. Then in edit mode, let's move this up and let's scale this in just a little bit. Then we're going to press X and Z to scale this in the Z axis. Once you have done that, you are going to select this particular one and you're going to press X to delete these faces. You're going to select this face right here, press X to delete faces. Once you have done that, you're going to Alt select these vertices by pressing Alt and left clicking. Make sure you are on edge mode while doing that. Then you're going to Alt select, press Alt and left click. Then we're going to extrude and scale in just a little bit. Then we're going to extrude again in the Z axis and we're going to bring that down a little bit, just very little. Let's extrude again. Let's extrude again and scale out just a little bit. Once you have done that, you're going to extrude in the Z axis, press E and Z to extrude. So I think this one is very simple to create. You're going to fill this space up by pressing E and X to extrude and scale. Then let's extrude again, press E and X to extrude and scale. Let's repeat the same process and right here we're going to press M to mesh this at the center. Again, we're going to bevel these edges right here. We're going to Alt select and we're going to press Ctrl B to bevel. While doing this, you can scroll on your mouse to increase the number of counts. Then we are going to repeat the same process right here. We're going to press Ctrl 7 to go to the bottom view. Select these edges right here and we're going to press Ctrl B to bevel. Now we're going to select these faces. Let's press 3 to go to face mode. We're going to select this face right here and we're going to press I to insert a face. This is the bottom view right now. So we're going to press E to extrude downward a little bit. Now we're going to press I again to insert another face. We're going to press I again to insert another face. We can extrude this in the Z axis just a little bit. Press E to extrude in the Z axis just a little bit. And we are going to press the I key again to insert a face and press M to make this at the center. So you're going to select these edges. Press 2 to go to edge mode. Let's bevel these edges at once. Let's press Ctrl B to bevel. You can reduce the number of counts since we're going to add subdivision surface modifier. Then let's Alt select this one and let's press Ctrl B to bevel just a little bit. Now let's tab out of edit mode and let's press Ctrl 2 to add subdivision surface modifier. Now we can shade the smooth by right clicking and shading the smooth. So let's tab into edit mode. You can bring this down a little bit. If you think the space is too much, you can bring this down just a little bit. Okay, I think this is much better. So let's tab into edit mode. Let's select these faces. Press 3 to go to face mode. Let's select these faces using Ctrl to select. Now let's press I to insert a face just a little bit. Now let's duplicate this. Press Shift D to duplicate and press P to separate this. Now we're going to select this label and tab into edit mode. Press A to select everything and press X to scale this out just a little bit. Now we have created a cosmetic jar and this is looking pretty cool. I think I like it. So let's move this to the side. Next, we're going to create a pump dispenser bottle. Press Shift A to add a circle. Go to the mesh option and select circle. Now we're going to tab into edit mode. Press numpad 7 to view from the top view. Now we're going to scale this in a little bit by pressing X. Now we're going to scale this in the Y axis just a little bit. Press 1 to go to the front view. Now we're going to extrude this in the Z axis. Press 1 to go to vertex mode. Press E and Z to extrude in the Z axis. Let's move this up just a little bit. Then let's select these bottom vertices. Let's press Alt and select. Press Ctrl 7 to go to the bottom view. And let's fill this hole right here. Press E and X to extrude and scale just a little bit. Let's extrude this downward a little bit. Press E and Z to extrude this downward just a little bit. Then let's press E and X to scale in a little bit. Then let's press E and X again to scale in. Then let's repeat the same process. Press E and X to extrude and scale. Then let's press M to merge this at the center. Once you have done that, you are going to bevel these edges right here. Press 2 to go to edge mode. Let's select these edges. Press Ctrl B to bevel. I think this is okay. So let's go to front view. Press numpad 1 to go to front view. Now we're going to select these edges right here. We're going to select. Then let's press E and X to extrude and scale in. Press E and X to extrude and scale in. Then let's bring this up using the move tool. Let's bring this up in the Z axis. Now with this selected, with these edges selected, we're going to right click and on the loop tools right here, we're going to scroll down and select this circle option right here. And we're going to view this from the top view by pressing numpad 7. We're going to press X to scale this in. So once you have done that, you're going to get something like this. Now we're going to extrude this to get the cover. We're going to extrude this just a little bit. Press E to extrude this in the Z axis just a little bit. Let's press E again and press X at the same time to extrude and scale out a little bit. Now we're going to press E and Z to extrude this up. Once you have done that, you're going to get something like this. You can extrude this up just a little bit. And then let's press E again, press E and X at the same time to extrude and scale in just a little bit. Press E again to extrude in the Z axis, press E and Z to extrude. Now let's press E and X again to extrude and scale in a little bit. Once you have done that, you're going to get something like this. And now we're going to extrude inward just a little bit. Press E and Z to extrude and move this down a little bit. Once you have done that, you're going to get something like this, and you're going to press E again and X to extrude and scale out just a little bit. Let me zoom in so you see what I'm doing. And we are going to extrude this again in the Z axis. So let's enable this extrude mode and let's press E and Z to extrude in the Z axis. We can disable this extrude mode to see what we're doing. Once you have done that, you're going to get something like this. You're going to extrude again in the Z axis. And let's extrude again and scale out a little bit. Press E and X to extrude and scale out. And let's press E again to extrude in the Z axis. And let's press E and X again to extrude inward a little bit. Then we're going to extrude and scale out a little bit. And let's press E and Z at the same time. Let's press E and X to extrude and scale. Now we're going to press E to activate the extrude key and Z to extrude this in the Z axis, and let's press E and X to scale this out a little bit. And now we're going to extrude this in the Z axis just a little bit. Once you have done that, you're going to get something like this. Let's bring this down a little bit and we're going to extrude again in the Z axis. Press 3 to go to the side. On the side, we're going to select these faces. Press 3 to go to face mode and let's select these faces, holding Ctrl. Now we're going to extrude these faces in the X axis. Press E and X to extrude. Let's move this out a little bit and let's extrude again in the X axis. And let's bring this down just a little bit. We can rotate this just a little bit. Let's insert a face right here. Press I to insert a face and let's move that in just a little bit. And we're going to extrude this inward just a little bit. Press the E key to activate the extrude key and let's move this inward just a little bit. We're going to fill up this space right here. Press 2 on your keyboard to go to edge mode. Then let's select these edges. Press E and X to extrude and scale. Press E and X again to extrude and scale, and let's repeat the same process. Let's press M to merge this. Go to face mode, select these faces right here, and let's extrude this out just a little bit. So we can select these edges and bring this out just a little bit. Now press 2 to go to edge mode, or you can enable it right here. So let's also select these edges and let's bevel them. Press Ctrl B to bevel. Now I'm going to add a loop cut at the center right here. Make sure it's at the center. Let's move this down a little bit. Let's press Ctrl 1 to go to the vertex mode. Then on the side at the middle, we're going to select this single vert right here. Make sure the one at the middle is selected. Then I'm going to press O on our keyboard to enable proportional editing, or you can just turn it on right here. Press G to size this very well. Then we're going to move this backward a little bit, just a little bit, just to create this design right here. Now let's add label to this product. So I'm going to press Ctrl R and let's bring this up right here. Press Ctrl R again and let's bring this down right here. Then let's press O on our keyboard to disable this proportional editing, or you can just turn it on right here. We're going to go to face mode. Press 3 on your keyboard to go to face mode. Let's select these faces right here using Shift and Control to select. Now we're going to duplicate by pressing Shift D to duplicate, and we're going to press P on our keyboard to bring out this separate tool. And we're going to select this separate by selection. Once you have done that, you're going to get something like this. You can also do the same for the back. So let's press Ctrl 1 to go to the back view. Let's select this cosmetic product and let's tab into edit mode. We're going to select the back view, holding Shift and Ctrl. We're going to press Shift D to duplicate and press P to separate this by selection. Once you have done that, you are going to get something like this. In object mode, we're going to add a subdivision surface modifier by pressing Ctrl 2, and then let's select the label and let's press Ctrl 2 as well, same as this one, Ctrl 2 as well. So if you notice, this is not looking so good. So we're going to tap into edit mode and fix that. So we're going to disable this subdivision surface modifier for now. Let's bevel this, press Ctrl B to bevel. Press 2 to go to edge mode. Let's alt select these edges. Press Ctrl B to bevel this. Let's do the same here. Let's alt select and let's press Ctrl B to bevel. Then we're going to add a loop cut right here. Then let's move this in a little bit. Then we're also going to add another loop cut right here and move this down just a little bit. Then we're going to add another loop cut right here and keep this here. So let's activate this. It's looking much better than before. Let's tab out of edit mode and let's share this mode. So this is how it's looking. This is what we just created. So I think this is looking well defined right now and it's good. These two labels, let's select them and let's tab into edit mode. We're going to select this one. Press the L key to select this particular one. And let's press X to scale this out just a little bit. We can just move this out just a little bit and let's do the same. Let's press the L key to select this particular one and let's move this out just a little bit and let's share this mode. Okay, I think we are done here. So let's move this to the side. Let's select everything and let's move them to the side. So we're going to add a backdrop to this. Let's add a backdrop to our background. Press Shift A to add a plane. Let's select a plane and add to our scene. Then let's tab into edit mode and let's scale this out just as wide as possible. And then let's select this edge right here. Let's press E and Z to extrude in the Z axis. Now we are going to select this edge right here, this line you are seeing here. We're going to press Ctrl B to bevel this. You can increase the number of counts by scrolling on your mouse. Now let's tap out of edit mode and let's share this smooth. Now let's add a cube. Press Shift A to add a cube. In edit mode, let's bring this out a little bit. Let's position this very well. We can move this back just a little bit. Once you have done that, you're going to press Shift D to duplicate, and let's move this right here. Then let's press Shift D again to duplicate, and let's move this right here. Then we're going to select this face right here, and let's bring this in the Z axis. Once you have done that, you're going to select this one, press L to select, and let's duplicate, press Shift D to duplicate, and let's bring this to the back. Then let's press A and let's move this front. Then you're going to select this face right here and let's bring this up. We're going to add a bevel modifier to these cubes. Let's go to the modifier tab. In the modifiers tab, let's add a bevel modifier. Go to generate and select bevel. Then let's increase the number of segments to 9. Let's decrease the amount to 0.004. Let's move this to the center. Then we're going to select this particular one and we are going to move this at the top of this cube. Let's view this from the top view. So if you notice, the cubes are actually looking very small and I don't like them this way. So let's tab into edit mode. Let's select these cubes and tab into edit mode. And let's move this out a little bit. Okay, this is good. Let's select this particular one and let's move this out a little bit. Okay, I think this is much better. So let's tab out of edit mode and let's position this very well. We're going to move all of this to the top of these cubes. I'm going to select this particular one and let's move this on top. We can scale this in just a little bit. Then let's select this particular one and let's move this on top. So while doing this, make sure it's sitting on the cube. Then we're going to select this last one. Okay, this is looking good. So we're going to scale this in just a little bit. We're going to move this to the back. Now we have actually arranged all of this. So what is remaining right now is to give this a material and give it some lights. Before adding material to this scene, let's add a camera. Press Shift A to add a camera. At the side view, let's bring this out and let's snap camera to view. Now we're going to select this particular one. We're going to select our backdrop, tap into edit mode, press A to select everything, press X and X to scale this out. So I'm going to change the camera to orthographic view. So let's bring this out. So we're going to rotate this a little bit, just a little bit, and let's move this up. We're going to use this Shift X and Y to position this very well, or you can press G on your keyboard and move this up to position this very well. You can still move this backward just a little bit. We're going to create another 3D viewport right here, and we're going to create another 3D viewport right here. So we're going to use this space for our rendered view, and we're going to use this space for our shading view. Then I'm going to press 0 to snap camera to view. Let's select the camera. Let's go to viewport display and let's turn this to 1. Now we're going to change this particular space to shader editor. So I'm going to click this. Let's scroll down to shader editor. So we're going to use this space for shading. We're going to use this place to view our work in rendered view or material view. This is the space we are going to be working with. So I'm going to press Z to switch to material view. Then let's switch to material view right here. So we're going to use Canva to design our product label. Go to Google, then on the search bar, type in Canva login. It's going to take you to this space right here. Then you're going to click on this Canva for everyone, this one right here. Then it's going to take you to this page right here. If you already have an account, you are going to see your works. And if you don't have an account, you're going to sign in using your email address. Of course, there are so many softwares and apps you can use to do this, but I prefer Canva. Maybe because it has more free templates to use. On the search bar, let's search for product labels templates. So we're going to type in product labels. Once you have done that, it's going to bring out all these options for you to select from. So you're going to select the template that suits your taste and customize them. Of course, you can also design yours from scratch, which is also a very good option. So I use this particular template right here to design this label you are seeing here. So I'm going to show you how I did that and some of the basic things you need to know if you're using Canva for the first time. So you're going to click on it to customize. So once you're in this page, you notice we have a label right here, but this is not actually what we wanted. We want to customize this to our own taste. I don't like this, it's too plain. So I'm just going to remove this by pressing the space bar. Press the space bar to remove this one as well. So this is just like a description for the product. You can left click to edit this to you are seeing right here, and this one as well. You can also edit the ingredient and the expiration date right here. Then we can change the color by clicking on this to change the color to our taste. We can select this one and let's click on this color to change the color to the color of our products. We can change the color of the text by clicking on this add new color to change this to white. We can also hold shift to select all of this text we are seeing on this blue background. Click on this text color to change this to white. So once you have done that, if you notice, this one is a background image and this one is just a cube. It's just a cube added to this. If you want to add this cube, you can just go to the elements right here. You can go to the elements right here. You'll see shapes. So you can use these shapes to add design to your label. Then if you want to change the background, you can also go to Canva elements on the search bar. You can search for product background. So once you have done that, you're going to see all of this. If you notice, this particular one is actually paid for. If you want to use them, you'll have to pay for them. So we have some backgrounds here that we can use. But if you're not okay with what you are seeing here, you can go online and search for the image that suits your products. Once you have downloaded the image, you're going to go to this upload right here. You're going to click on this upload files and upload the files to your system. So this is a background image I downloaded online. I'm going to click on it to add to our scene. So we're going to right click and we're going to click on this replace background image. If you notice, we have already created the background of our label that is related to our product. So this image right here is not very visible. So I'm going to change it to white so you can play around with the colors to get what you want. You can also edit all of this. And if you want to add extra text, you can click on this add text and you'll be able to add a text to your scene. You're also going to see templates, text templates to use or work with. Then you're going to click on them and it's going to bring out this text option and you're going to edit them to your liking. So once you're done editing this scene, you're going to click on this share button right here and it's going to bring out these options and you're going to click on this download right here. If you notice, it's on PDF print. We're going to change this to PNG. And then if you want to download this in transparent background, then you have to pay or subscribe. Since we don't want to download this in a transparent background, we're going to click on download. Then it's going to be saved on our system download files. Now we're going to give this some color. So let's start with this particular one right here. We're going to select this one. Let's go to our material tab and let's add a new material to this. So you can give this any color that suits your product. So I'm going to reduce the roughness a little bit. Then I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to select this particular one. I'm going to tab into edit mode. Let's press 1 to go to the front view. I'm going to select this particular one. I'm going to enable extreme mode right here and I'm going to go to the front view. Then let's select this particular one right here. Let's select these faces. Make sure you're on face mode. Let's select these faces right here. Then let's disable this extreme mode. Press P to separate this by selection. This is going to be a separate object on its own. So I'm going to select this particular one And I'm going to remove this material and let's give it another material. Now let's give this a glossy material. So let's go to surface. Let's change Principles BSDF to glossy BSDF. Let's change the color a little bit and let's reduce the roughness. Let's select the base and let's increase the specular a little bit. Now we're going to add the label for this particular one. I'm going to select the label and let's add a material to it. So right here, I'm going to press Ctrl T to add an image texture. Then let's select this Principled BSDF and let's press Ctrl T on our keyboard. This is going to bring out image texture and texture coordinate and mapping node. Then we're going to add the label that we just created. So I'm going to click on this open. If you notice, we have already added it, and let's change this to UV editor. So I'm going to press tab on my keyboard to switch to edit mode. So when you press A, you notice what is happening right here. And now we're going to press U and we're going to project this from view. Now we're going to scale this out a little bit to fit. We're going to press G to grab, S to scale, and let's position this very well. We can press X and scale this in the X axis. Also do the same for the one at the back. Select this particular one and let's go to specular and let's turn this to 0. Let's select this one and let's add a new material. Let's go to material tab and let's give this a new material. Now we're going to select the same material that we gave this particular one. So let's name this. Let's name this as base. Now let's select this same base material and give to this particular one. And now let's add a material to our label. Let's switch to shader editor and I'm going to press Ctrl T to add an image texture. We're going to repeat the same process for all of them. And let's tab into edit mode. Press A to select everything and let's press U to project this from view. Now we're going to scale this. Press A to select and press X to scale. Okay, so let's add a light to our scene. So I'm going to press Shift A and let's give this a sunlight. Now we're going to switch from EV to cycles. Let's change the device from CPU to GPU. Let's turn on this denoise and let's reduce the mass sample to 512. Now let's turn on this simplify right here. So I'm going to move this light to the center. Let's align this very well. We can bring this down and we can move it far away from our product. So once you're done arranging your scene, you can render this by pressing F12 to render. And now we have come to the end of this tutorial. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Hope to see you in my next video.